How's it going, Rogues Gallery? New Grand Archive set as well as new Recollection decks have just been announced. Need I say more? Let's kind of jump into it immediately and check it out. I haven't actually read over everything. It was literally just announced. It's like 8 p.m. here at the time of this recording, and it was announced at the Ascent in Toronto. And so we have a lot of stuff to talk about. I have a lot of images to share, not a lot of context for them, so we'll kind of try to gather that up and discuss it. But without further ado, let's go into the overlay and talk about Abyssal Heaven, the next Grand Archive set. And we do have the full product sheet here, which is, oh, I'm so stoked here. So it does say, as Sanguo falls deeper under the shadow of the demonic grimoire, the throne is the least of anyone's concerns. The birth of a new kind of god ignites the greatest clash Sanguo has witnessed. Ooh, new kind of god, you say? With gods and heroes joining forces to defeat a demigod unlike the world has ever seen. As history is rewritten, which side will you choose? Yo, I want to know more about this lore. Who's the demigod? Is it Jin? Okay, anyway, let's get into this product sheet. By the way, this art looks incredible. Looks so good. And this is going to be a really big part of this set and announcement, because, well, we got some Recollection decks. Oh, I'm so stoked for the Recollection decks. I can't tell you. Ooh, okay, this is big. Let me go ahead and resize this so it'll make sense here. So let's we'll just do it in real time. Do it in real time. All right, here we go. So we have Abyssal Heaven. The artwork continues to be absolutely incredible for this. And it says, we're not gonna actually, well, it says, but I'm not gonna read all this. This is a lot. You should read this on your own. But I'm trying to see if there's like, if it says who the new god is or anything. Anyway, I'll read this all later. Like I said, I have not read this all yet. This is literally just announced. I want to talk about it because we have some cool stuff that I'm really, really excited for. So, put the lore on pause. I'll read the lore. We'll come back. All right. So Abyssal Heaven, first edition, releasing March 7th, 2025. So we do have a little bit of time from now until the next set, which I think is pretty good. Abyssal Heaven booster pack. I think this is literally what we just read. Yep, it's literally what we just read. So MSRP is $90 per box. Packs are $4.49. Booster pack, booster box, booster case. I will likely do my thing and buy like 2 or 3 cases of this, like I typically do of every Grand Archive set. It says it's a set that supports. First of all, it's an expansion set that supports all 7 classes with a focus on the cleric and tamer class. Ooh. I'm more excited about the cleric class, to be honest. Go give us our cleric support. So there's 213 unique cards in the set, 225 foil variations, and you get 8 cards per pack. So it's this expansion set size, right? You get the smaller packs, right? 20 booster packs per box, 6 boxes in a case. And so here's the rarity distributions. We have 61 commons, 54 uncommons, 47 rares, 39 super rares. There's a lot of super rares. 11 ultra rares, 17 collector rares, or CSRs, collector rares, and then 1 collector ultra rare, which is, I don't know, probably going to be the god or something. Yeah, and then as always, first edition doesn't get reprinted. All right, here we go. This is what I'm most excited about. We have the Recollection decks, the new Recollection decks, Guojia Recollection, and I know the artist for this for the Mortal Ambition was Gule, and I don't know if this is also Gule. It does look like his artwork, and I hope it is. Gule is such a fantastic artist, and it'd be awesome to see him have like headliner cards like this for this. And honestly, I just want to say right now, the Recollection decks I think are some of the absolute best TCG products on the entire market for any card game across every card game out there. They are so good. Let's see if they made any changes or anything. I haven't actually read this yet, so we'll see firsthand. But first of all, the art is gorgeous. Guojia Recollection. I think she's a tamer based on some of the other cards. I think she is a Luxem tamer, actually. Also releasing March 7th, same day as the Abyssal Heaven. Obviously, I'm going to be doing an opening review of this just because, you know, that's what I do. All right, so Guojia, recollection, heaven's favored, a prodigy with the world on her shoulders, admired by all, yet burdened by the quiet distance in her most cherished bond. Interesting. So the recollection deck features the magnetic storage box that contains a precon deck of 60 card main deck and a 12 card material deck, a set of matching 100 count dragon shield art sleeves. Well, chef's kiss, this is gorgeous artwork. A set of cards completing the play sets of your pre-constructed deck. A chance at a randomly inserted non-champion CSR card. Non-champion CSR card. Oh, we saw that with the King Slime and stuff last time. A damaged counter, art dividers, and 3 Abyssal Heaven first edition booster packs. MSRP $49.99. Dude, it is literally the same as the other recollection decks, but those are literally the best products on the market in my opinion. And hey, look, it's the same thing. These are amazing. The other ones were top tier competitive viable, and at $50 you get so much value. These are incredible. So slam dunk, another slam dunk product. I'm going to be doing an end of the year review talking about the best products of the year, just across all TCGs. And I will be talking about the recollection decks in that video. And if they're coming out in 2025, it's probably going to be in that video too. The end of the year review for 2025. So yeah, I can't express enough how awesome this is. And we had another one. Look at this. So we have Dio-chan, Ideal Corsage. So I think Guojia, I don't know if I'm saying that right. I'm pretty sure she's a tamer, and I'm pretty sure that means this is going to be a cleric. So, releasing also March 7th. Look at these boxes. Really cute. all the boxes are going to be like pink, like different shades of like pink and yellow. It's very like pastel colored. All right, so a maiden whose unparalleled beauty brings forth both admiration and equal misfortune. I mean, this is absolutely gorgeous. Each recollection features the same stuff. So you get the same stuff. MSRP, $50. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. These seem absolutely amazing. And the art is just incredible in general. So yeah, it's great. Maybe I can do this. Yeah, there we go. Close with a freaking thing. All right, too excited. All right, so let's talk about a little bit about Abyssal Heaven itself. So the Heaven launch kit includes foil promo cards, demo decks, and a demo playmat. I wonder if they're going to do updated demo decks, demo playmat, and more. Stores that are registered for organized play, application on Omnidex, pre-order an amount of product, receive a kit for free, yada yada yada. So if you're an LGS and you're watching this, or you know someone who has an LGS or something like that, have them reach out and, you know, carry Grand Archive, and if you want to hold events, this is kind of like one of the ways to do so. There's also the map policy, and then event kits, EP6, the support organized play at the local game store. Stores can apply to receive free event kits at the Omnidex and all that kind of good stuff. So this is great. I have more images to show too that were shown, that were shared on the Rogues Gallery Discord. Hey, go join the Rogues Gallery Discord. A bunch of amazing people hang out there. Yeah, bro, I mean, like, let's go though. Like, this is so, I can't understand how stoked I am for these. I know a lot of people want, you know, returning characters like Errata or something, but I think having just new cleric cards for this character is going to be fantastic. And honestly, having new tamer cards that aren't slime cards is also going to be fantastic. And I think that's kind of maybe what they are going to be trying to do here. New tamer cards that aren't slime cards. Because right now all the good tamer cards are slime cards. Yeah, excellent. All right, let's show off some other stuff. All right, so we have some Errata, we have some Praxia's Vault, and we have more announcements to talk about. So here's a 3 visits Errata. They basically just nerfed the card pretty hard, actually. And now it just says, as an additional cost to activate this card, you have to rest your champion. So before, as you can see, it just says that you can rest your champion. If you do, you glimpse 2 and recover 2, which means you don't have to do it. It wasn't part of the, I mean, you had to do it as part of the effect. But if your champion was already rested, you could still play the card. You just wouldn't get the glimpse 2 and recover 2. Now you literally have to do it as part of the cost. So you have to rest your champion in order to play this, which means you can't play multiple in a turn like you could previously, which means that it's nerfed for sure. You still get the Glimpse 2 and Recover 2. It still does the same stuff. It's just you now have to actually rest your champion. I still think this card's probably pretty good, and I have a feeling that they did this because this is a Cleric Mage card, and we're getting a new Cleric that might be busted. So I have a feeling this is kind of like a preemptive thing. Yeah, and also like it's just really good in general right now. All right, next up we have stuff moved on the ban. So we have Baby Gray Slime moved into category 2, which is kind of like their like, hey, we're watching this and we might ban this kind of category. And Baby Gray Slime is just really good. It's just a 1/1 with intercept, but it also just draws you a card. I don't know. It's just really nuts for the slime deck. And the slime deck is just kind of everywhere. I don't know if I'll have to see how like the metagame shook out or anything like that. And I'm not really sure what they said about this, but I feel like this isn't like super surprising. Let me know what you think about this in the comments. I'm not entirely sure about this yet. Next up, we have a new card to Proxia's Vault. It says temporary card. I'm not entirely sure what they mean by temporary, if this is like only going to be Proxia's Vault for a little while and then it's going to go away. But hey, we have a new Proxia's Vault card. Really, really cute artwork. Nullifying Mirror, 0 cost, Regalia item, Cleric accessory. You can use it, and it says until the end of turn, cards in target opponent's memory are norm element. And you just have to use it. You don't banish it or anything. You do it multiple turns. So it's kind of like another nullifying lantern take, sort of, but you can still get the effect for the turn if they decide to remove it, right? Because you'd activate it and you still get the effect even if they remove it. So I don't know. This one says effective Monday, October 28th. So that's like today. It's like today. So really interesting, really cute. I don't know. It seems good. Next up, we have Proxy's Vault policy change. I really love this change. It says, how long can proxied versions of Proxy's Vault cards be used? It used to be about like a year or so, until December 31st of the year after the printed copyright year. Now it's just forever. Great. Like another clap for Grand Archive. Grand Archive just absolutely destroying it out there. Unequivocally a consumer-friendly and player-friendly change. This is amazing. Grand Archive, great work. Like, I don't know what else to say. Ascent Seattle, yo, let's go. This one's in March. This is my neck of the woods. I'm from Portland, Oregon. Ascent Seattle. GA team, guys. Let me do coverage for this event. I would love to. Hit me up. There's also Ascent Kuala Lumpur, which is in April, which is also crazy. I don't think they'll fly me out to Kuala Lumpur, but I would love to. After like getting kind of screwed over from Singapore, from the airlines, and not being able to make it, which was absolutely heartbreaking. Being able to go overseas to do Grand Archive would be awesome. So yeah, but I'll be honest. Seattle's more my speed since it's literally just like an hour flight away. Okay, Kongming deck box. Yo, let's talk about this Kongming deck box because it is absolutely gorgeous. I love this deck box. I need this deck box. This is a must-have. It is so pretty. Once again, they are continuing to knock it out of this park. Out of the park. I love the coloring. I love how you have these two different colors, and it's just the Grand Archive is literally setting the bar for all the other TCGs out there, and they're setting it higher than the AAA boys. You know, you have your Yu-Gi-Ohs and your Pokemons and your Magic, and then Grand Archive's like, boom! Look at all the cool shit we're doing. Keep up. And they're like, no, we're gonna make a SpongeBob secret lair. Anyway, moving on. This is gorgeous. This is incredible. Ascent Santa Clara. There's gonna be Mortal Ambition draft pack. So I know this is something that they've been working towards for a while, and I've spoken to the devs directly about this, and they didn't feel like draft was at a place that they were comfortable with it being a thing, right? They have a high bar of quality, and I just use that analogy, but they really have a high quality threshold, and if it's not good, they don't want it to be in their game. And so they were working on making draft good, and so, well, here we have draft pack. So now draft formats are going to be really interesting. It's hard to hard to read what these cards do. But essentially it's going to be a three-pack draft plus a sealed pack. And I think this is just to make it so you have like a playable deck with champions and all that kind of stuff, because I think drafting champions and drafting your material deck can be really, really awkward. And in order to do that, they'd have to make the packs a certain way, and you're just going to be swimming in champions. And so I think this is kind of like a nice way to do it, to make sure that the draft experience is good, and then you can also still have your cool Mortal Ambition packs. It looks like there's going to be exclusive cards to this draft. They did this with the sealed things as well before. They had the exclusive sealed cards. And so here, you know what? Let's do a little... I do like a zoom. Yeah, we'll do a little zoom. Okay. So we have Shield of Parvati, 0-drop ally link. If linked ally would take damage, prevent 2 of the damage and sacrifice Shield of Parvati instead. Okay, that's a nice little prevention. Oathbreaker's Justice, 0-drop, 2 attack, 2 durability. As additional cost to use this weapon for an attack, you pay 3. Okay, pretty good. Nice little basic weapon that you can bonk people with. Bellona's Runestone. This is a 1-drop, or 1 cost. Banish it. Target weapon you control gets +2 until end of turn. You put a durability on that. Ooh. You can combine that with the Oathbreaker's Justice to bonk people for 4. And then we have the Prismatic Codex, 1-drop. At the beginning of your recollection phase, put an age counter on this. Banish it. Ignore the elemental requirements of the next card you activate this turn. Activate this only if there are 3 or more age counters. Okay. So you can kind of do a little bit of... Ooh, wait. Ignore the elemental requirements. Not basic elemental requirements. So you can do some advanced element shenanigans with this. Okay, I'm into it. I dig it. I really want to play this. Draft is one of my favorite ways to play any TCG ever. And I love Grand Archive. It's one of my favorite... He is literally currently one of my 2 main focuses. And so like, yo, let me play some draft. And then finally, we have the Alchemical Revolution Ultra Edition starter, or the Ultra Edition date, January 10th, which is really cool. I know they're reprinting some really sweet cards in this set, and I think they're putting in more cards. I think they said that they're putting in Cosmic Bolt into this because of the new Praxis Vault card, or rather the previously new Praxis Vault card that caused people to buy out that card, and so they're printing it as a token rarity, so it should be a lot more common. Yeah, Grand Archive, absolutely crushing it. I can't wait for this next set. Like I mentioned, it's literally one of the 2 main games that I cover here on Red Zone Rogue, next to Shadowverse Evolve. And then I have some other games that I really enjoy that I cover like next to that stuff, like Vanguard and Wheatcross. But currently my 2 big focuses are Shadowverse and Grand Archive. They're also the 2 games that I'm most personally and professionally involved in. Doing casting, having an official collaboration card with Grand Archive, being an ambassador for Shadowverse. They're my 2 main TCG loves right now. But like I said, I really love Vanguard and Wheatcross, and really interested in the Gundam game. Anyway, Grand Archive is crushing it. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Dude, I cannot wait for these. I'm so stoked. I'm so glad that they're doing this more. Other games, y'all need to step up. GA is indie and they're crushing you. They're absolutely making you look like clowns. So, yeah, with the $50 MSRP, and you get all of this stuff, and other games are either charging more and giving you less, or charging about the same and giving you less. It's kind of wild. I think the best comparison with these decks are the Vanguard Stride deck sets, which I think are quite good too. So I think these are a little bit better than those because you get a little bit more like a nicer quality stuff and you get more cards. But the Vanguard ones are pretty good too. And then other games are just like $50 for just a deck and you get nothing else. I don't know. I'm not gonna talk about that. But anyway, this is great. Huge win. Grand Archive continuing to crush it. And let me know what you think in the comments down below. Once again, they were S tier competitive. The previous 2 recollection decks were literally some of the best decks in the entire game. So, and very easy to upgrade into, or upgrade from. So, yeah. All right. Thanks for watching. I already said my spiel. Bye-bye.